Let's talk about the new mobile home on Evernote. So we are changing the homepage that you see on Evernote Mobile, and I wanted to give you some details about our thought process and some insights on the different variations that we've tested. So we went from the one that you see on the left to the one that I'm showing on the right through a process that lasted a couple months, and we went through 9 different variations that we've tested, and I'm going to tell you all about the assumptions behind each one of them. Before we do that, let's talk briefly about why we wanted to do this. We wanted to make Evernote faster, especially on mobile. We received the feedback that the Evernote is not fast enough, and we wanted to make sure that we change this drastically, and in order to do that we needed a leaner homepage. We wanted to make Evernote more useful. We've understood that what people want to do on mobile is mostly to capture stuff, sometimes to refer back to existing content, but especially the very time-sensitive action is to capture something very quickly. And we also wanted to make Evernote more intuitive, especially for new customers that are kind of scared by the complexity of all the widget customization and stuff like that. But in general, for everybody, it's just much better to use a more intuitive product. So let me take you through all the iterations. This is where we started from. So as I said, customizable image, a lot of noise, widgets, you can drag them around, you can customize them. But basically the concept is access to content that people need to resurface, other items like a scratch pad, and also shortcuts for other kinds of filters and stuff like that. First thing we wanted to understand with our tests was, should we go full navigation? Should we go 50-50 like navigation and creation, or should we go all in on creation? And so we tested all of these, and what we noticed was that the full navigation part is too slow at allowing people to create. The 50-50 that you see in the middle was much better, but still those buttons were too far from the thumb, although people really liked the option of being able to go through those little sections that you see on the bottom. The full creation was great for creation, which is very nice, but going through all those sections was a bit hard because of the hamburger menu. It takes a couple taps, it's not super intuitive. And so we learned a lot from this, but we decided to iterate another time. Please say welcome to the nav bar. The nav bar is basically a replacement for the hamburger menu that is much more modern and easier to understand, and just allows people to just tap on a button and be navigated to that section of the app. And so we tested this version that allows you to see notes, notebooks, tasks, and calendar, each one just one tap away. And this was very well received, exactly because of what I was saying earlier. Full navigation is great, buttons should be closer to the thumb, but it has to be easy to navigate through different sections. We've iterated a third time to kind of add some final touches. One thing that people were suggesting was that the search button was a bit too far on the upper right. So we've kind of expanded it into a full search bar and brought it down a little. We've also added a couple illustrations on the main buttons. Plus we've added back the scratch pad, which is basically the only piece of functionality that there was missing. Because one feedback that we received is that people want to see the shortcuts down there instead of notebooks. Intuitively, I agree with them. It makes sense. And so we are testing this as well. Yeah, this is it. Let me know what your comments are on this. Thank you for all the feedback that you've provided until now. It was very useful to shape the evolution of the homepage. And yeah, see you next time.